Rise and shine, Valley Farm family. Welcome back to another episode of The Farm. If you are new here, you are most welcome. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and also turn your notification bells on. And of course, to all our returning subscribers, thank you so much. Thank you so much for loving Value Farm. Thank you so much for loving us. Thank you so much for everything. We really appreciate you guys so much. Yes, we are back at the farm and it's really super exciting. It is so hot. It's just 8 a.m. in the morning and it's really so beautiful to be back at the farm. And of course, seeing the activities that are really happening here. We decided to share with you guys because we want you guys to get inspired. We want to show you what is really actually happening at Value Farm so that most of you can also start something similar to this or even something better at your farms. So as you can see, we have our exercising yard for the kids. You guys have seen us buying so many goats. You guys have been seeing us buying the sheep. You guys have been seeing us buying so many things for the farm. And of course, there's a lot that we really want to show you guys so that you guys can also see how we are really taking care of these kids, how we are doing so much at the farm. So construction is really happening here. There's a lot that is really happening that you'll definitely see in this video. I have my co-director on standby who is also going to be telling us more about the progress, about everything that is happening so that you can be inspired. You know, he's your daily motivation at the farm, and you guys really know, and you guys love him. Welcome, our lovely director here.
Wow.
Say hello to them.
Well, hello, Value Farm family, supporters, friends, colleagues, wherever you are. My name is Gregory, but my friends call me
Greg.
Grafton,
Okay.
right? Grafton is my full government name, but you know, I don't like the Gregory so much. Grafton is the one.
Grafton is the one.
For those of you who don't know, I'm a junior. That's why, you know, I prefer to be called Grafton, because when I'm home and my mom would call, God bless her soul, Gregory.
Hey.
And my dad will both at the same time.
I know.
So I adopted Grafton.
Okay.
And all my good friends call me Grafton.
Grafton.
Yeah, so guys.
Say hello to them in your language.
Oh, mon Dieu, ça que passe, haïtien, tout côté nous y. Même si en Haïti, même si en Afrique, Australia. Salut.
Ça passe. That's what I can only hear. So I was telling them briefly what is really happening here, and of course the progress, the construction. There's a lot of construction that is really going on. Of course, behind here we have the exercising yard for the kids,
So guys,
and so much.
As my partner was trying to explain to you all, yes, we have a lovely goat house on that side. But by the same token, the kids need to actually get out to stretch their legs too. And one of the common mistakes that a lot of us make when we first start out, we keep the kids just locked in and locked away. But they also need to get out to stretch their legs, to make sure that they're getting enough sunshine, to make sure they're getting enough vitamin, and of course, a chance to leave their pen, to get familiar with their surroundings, and also just to get into a normal routine of actually leaving the pen.
True.
And also knowing that they're gonna come here. Guys, one of the things that I learned since we've been on the ground with these goats is the fact that by the time they're done grazing, they tell the herds team when they're ready, because they'll just start leaving one by one. Sometimes a whole group will start leaving at the same time.
Going back to their house.
They come back to their trough, then they go back to their house. Literally, goats are not stupid. They're stubborn, but they're not stupid. So the best way to make sure that the kids get into like a normal routine is to make sure that, you know, those who are too young to go out grazing with the mothers, they can come here and this pen that we're actually gonna be, this exercising yard, so that after they get after they're fed, before the mothers actually go out fully, they get to stay here, relax, stretch their legs, get some vitamin D from the sun. And then afterwards, you know, when the mothers return back from grazing, they also get to feed here again, and then we separate them from their mothers. It's because, you know, the goats themselves can get excited. You don't want to keep the kids in with the mothers all the time, especially within a big herd, because if they scare easily.
True.
And the kid could easily be trampled, and you end up with, you know, injuries. So this is a way that what we do to try to avoid unnecessary injuries.
Oh, wow. That is really so nice. More to the structure that we have here.
Yeah.
Like we always tell you guys, start small but think big.
Yeah.
I know most of you may be like, oh, it's not that very fancy. It's not that very, why didn't you put more money into this? This is enough. This is okay, by the way.
This is just an exercising yard.
Yes.
We're going to build a simple platform to get them off the ground. But by the same token, this is not where they're going to sleep. This is where they're going to relax and stretch their legs.
Yes.
Because, you know, you can always have a chateau in the countryside. It's also nice to have an apartment in the city. So we view this as their apartment in the city. You know, where they can just leave the regular housing on that side, make their way here, and also just, again, to get acclimated to the environment. Because you want the house to be fully aerated, you know, while the permanent structures being clean and being maintained, we want everybody out.
Sure.
Right? Because we don't want them breathing in any of that chemical. Even though we go for organic solution most of the time in areas that we can, but it's also good to actually have them separated.
That is so true.
Yeah.
And some of them may be asking, why did you choose to put an anthill? Leave the anthill there. You would have maybe leveled it.
Natural elevation, because you see goats always want to be off the ground. That's like a natural, innate, you know, gene that they're born with. You know, like they just want to climb. And so the anthill is here. It actually aid in terms of getting them off the ground naturally.
True.
But when they urinate, believe me, they're gonna want to be on top.
On top of the head.
And they want to escape from being on the ground.
On the ground,
and that's why we're also gonna give them another small platform to be able to get off the ground, because that's just a natural thing for them to do.
Yeah, that is so true.
Yeah.
That is really so true. These guys love hopping everywhere. You've seen me in the house, how they really love climbing on me. They want, you know, they're just so friendly.
That's actually a really good sign, a telltale sign that your kids are healthy, is when they are very playful, when they're very alert. If you see that the kids themselves are moving around and they're lethargic, they're not really chasing you, they're not hopping on your knees, they're not coming to you, chances are there's something wrong. That's like a warning sign.
That is true.
But when you see that they're very friendly, they're alert, they want to jump, they want to climb, you know, they want to chase you when you open the door to leave. They also are very energized, ready to go and just be active. That's when you know your kids are actually okay.
That is
They're getting enough to eat, they're not sick. And so, yeah, you want to see that in your kids, no matter where you are at your farm.
Yeah. So what you really need for the exercising yard, we only use the poles, then the chain link. As simple as that.
Yeah, we're going to fortify this spacing here, because at the time when they started putting the poles on the ground, we had someone that I was actually supposed to deliver more. So the next time you see this, guys, the gaps are a bit too wide. Yeah. We need to refortify them, because as the kids get older, I'm sure they're going to try to push through this. So we need to tighten it up, you know. So that's also the reason you want to be on the ground, because we gave instructions for this to be done. We were not here when it was being built. But then now that we're here inspecting it, you yourself, we can see what needs to be done and how it can be improved. So that's something we hope you guys keep in mind, because you know what? You could be in Dubai or anywhere around the world, and yes, you want to start your project, but you also want to have someone on ground that sees things the way you see it, even if you're not physically there. But if you can be there yourself, you know, even if it's just on a quarterly basis or bi-monthly basis, or just, again, once every 3 months, you want to come and inspect. Remember the mantra from Ronald Reagan, trust but verify. Because you don't want to fall into a trap where you're just spending money, and yet what you're spending for is not what you're getting. Let me give you guys an example, right? I actually have a colleague of ours who spent, I believe, 60 million shillings, right? Yeah. When he first started his farm, he has a mixed farmer. He's out in Gayaza. And I believe he gave a broker, remember I told you guys never to use any brokers to purchase your goats? He gave a broker 60 million shillings. That is not a small amount of money, right? That is little money. We went 60 million. You come in close to like what, $20,000, right, to go buy goats. And so he gave specific instructions for the person to buy crossbreeds, you know, Movendes plus, right? Yeah. And then this broker went out and spent maybe like $3,000 to $5,000, maybe $6,000, and he bought nothing but local goats
from the market.
From the market. And then delivered it to this man's farm. Once the delivery is made, it's not like buying a car. There's no take backs. So then this man ended up losing close to at least $15,000 to $16,000.
Yeah.
And to the
That's so
point where
sad.
we heard about that story, that was a grave mistake that he made. And that's why we always try to share with you guys what we learn on the ground from
Yeah.
our personal experience, from people we interact with, from people that we consult. You know, we don't want you to make the same mistakes. So the same applies to when you're building your structures, right? Yes, you hire these engineers. Yes, you hire these architects. But you have to be diligent. You have to be on the ground to see what's happening.
Yep.
And if you're not there, they can tell you anything, especially when it comes to materials being delivered to your farm. A lot of these people will tell you like, hey, we ordered 20 trucks of sand and they only really ordered 10.
10 of them.
But then you get an invoice for 20. So be careful, be diligent, keep a sharp eye, whether it's your mother, your brother, your sister, it doesn't matter.
True.
You yourself need to verify what's happening.
What we normally do here, we dedicate someone to have a book. Whenever any deliveries are done at the farm, they note down and someone signs. But of course, we also come as the owners of farm to come and verify everything. And we're in touch with the people who are delivering with someone on the ground to, you know, do the right audits for everything.
We have multiple projects being built here simultaneously.
Yes.
It's a little bit daunting. However, you know, we feel like we have a good system in place.
Yeah.
And we have good people, which is the key ingredient to the actual main magic being, I guess, working its way through the farm here. You know, is the fact that we have good people. However, we're always here. We're on the ground. We have people that we do trust to a certain extent. But by being here, we can see what's happening with structure number 2,
so true.
structure number 3. And everything else that we have in the works.
That you guys are going to see briefly. We are going to go to structure number 2. This was number 1 for today, for this video, by the way, because there's a lot that is coming up. So this was structure number 1 that is on construction.
I wouldn't call this a structure. This is an exercising yard.
But it's also under construction, so it's structure.
That's a stretch. It's another designated area that we have. I would not call this a structure.
It's achievement.
It is an achievement, yes. It's targeted enhancement on the farm. That's what I would phrase it as.
Okay. Then we are going to go to structure number 1. Yeah, it is right behind us. We shall take you there shortly so that you can see the progress and what it's all about, because you guys want to know what is really happening at Value Farm and also get inspired to do something that you can start on your own. Guys, you can see behind there, that is the structure we've been talking about. I know my partner here was saying the other one wasn't a structure, but leave your comments down below. Is it really a structure? Is it something that you may consider structure or not? Leave your comments down below. But this is the other structure that we have at the farm that is really, of course, coming up, that is in progress. And we are super, super excited.
Super excited because, guys, for the longest time, as the farm has been expanding, we actually have not yet built an official office on the ground. So yes, we have a conference area for you guys that's being built. But what you see behind you is going to be a combination of a store with the actual office. This is going to be your welcome center.
True.
Right? So when we're having meetings here on the ground, this is where we're going to be hosting people from when we have, whether it's delivery, any administrative things that needs to happen at a farm. You need a designated area to keep your files, to keep your records, to also receive people in a professional setting. And that's why we decided to put the office here. You might be wondering, why is this so close? Because we needed this office to have an actual view of what was happening on the ground here, because this is where the manager is going to spend a decent amount of time, you know, during the day, doing paperwork, entering records and everything else the manager gets to do, right? But then we didn't want to have it too far removed from the actual heart of the farm itself. So that's why we decided to put it here.
Yeah, so it's an administration block.
It is.
Wow, that is really so amazing. I'm super excited because this is one of the things that most of you might be wondering why the farm is not officially open. These are some of the things that we really wanted to put in place before you come on ground. We don't want you to come and you just stand in the sun, you stand under the trees. You know, we want you guys to be very comfortable when you come to Value Farm.
Absolutely.
The way you enjoy the content is the way we want you to enjoy when you come on ground. Like you come here, have somewhere to sit, make the inquiries, do everything that the payments in case some of you are going to buy things from here.
Yeah, but
so this
you
is the
also want to
office.
be able to sit down and say, hey, I'm buying 300 goats here, 100 goats here. Show me these records.
These records.
And we need a place to be able to show you that comfortably.
Exactly.
Because it'll be very hard to look at a computer screen under the sun right here because we are in Africa after
exactly.
all. So, yeah.
And you want to just stand and sweat getting those records. You have to be very comfortable.
I'm out here sweating already. It's not even 9 o'clock yet.
Yeah.
So imagine at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock how warm it gets.
How warm it really gets.
Yeah.
But we are really super excited. We shall definitely show you the more progress on this administration block.
Together,
yeah.
2 large offices. There's also an additional store. And then we're putting in like a normal actual outdoor kitchen there.
Yeah.
Away from all the mayhem, so that way when it's time to grill, to do your muchomo,
nyama choma,
in a very safe, sanitary environment, because ultimately we're also going to have to build a wing here to actually have an on-ground butcher shop, right, where we actually would be slaughtering the animals in a humane fashion, because it's always best to have that under your control versus just shipping them out any place and anywhere. Yeah. Because, you know, a lot of the times, not every butchery deal in an honest fashion.
Exactly.
So
most of them are not clean.
It's always best when you can have quality assurance, quality control within your control.
Oh yeah.
So we're trying to put all those mechanisms in place.
Yeah. Guys, another update. I know you guys have been waiting for this. We've talked so much about the pool for the pigs, for them to swim, to come and, you know, relax a bit outside, and you've never seen actually what was happening. So we are right here. I know my partner is going to talk better about this part.
No. Listen, guys, it's a very simple thing. You know, pigs don't have sweat glands. We told you guys that before. So we wanted to give them a little escape from the mayhem. So as you can see, we'll show you in the B-rolls that we built a ramp in the back exit so that they can just be able to get out when it gets a little bit warm, because you know we do let them out to free range from time to time. Yeah. And they would typically go into the trough.
Exactly.
For the cows and the goats to cool themselves down. So what we did, we decided to actually put the pool here sooner rather than later, so we can let them out so they can come out here and cool off whenever they want. We're actually going to build a barrier to make sure that we have a safe, designated biosecurity zone for them to be able to come out, swim, relax, and then go back inside and get back to safety when they feel like it.
Wow, that is really so nice. I know most of you have been really waiting to see how it's going to look like, whether it's going to be very deep, very shallow.
Doesn't have to be deep.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be very deep. It should be really very shallow enough so that they can just come and swim, because your pigs need to be happy as well. They need to swim, they need to be clean. That is another way of making them even cleaner. I know most of you have really seen the pigs being so clean. It is because of the IMO, the wood shavings that we put there, but also this is going to be extra, because when they come here and you see your pigs very clean, what do you think about it? It's going to be very exciting.
It's multifunctional. One, yes, to be clean, but the main thing is to give them a place to cool off. Moses did a very good job here. I'm very pleased with the outcome. It's not done yet because we still have to put a ramp for them to be able to get out, but that's the final phase.
That is the final phase.
We also have to put an outside perimeter fence for these guys, one that's strong enough to be able to keep a 200-kilo pig in without letting them off to go on their own adventures uncontrolled. So that's like the next thing that we need to do here before it's completed.
That is so true.
But at least the more technical aspect of this space is pretty much done. Putting up the fence, putting up the barrier itself is actually very, very simple.
Very simple. Guys, wait for more updates, because I want you guys to see when the water is here, when the pigs are enjoying, so that you can see actually things in action, because this is just the first step. But we shall definitely come and show you guys what is actually happening when the pigs are inside enjoying, guys.
Looking forward to that one myself.
Exactly, me too. So guys, let's get to a different section so that we can see what is actually happening at Value Farm.
So ladies and gents, what you guys are seeing here, this is actually part of the small victories that you get as being a farmer here. You guys know I spent some time in the Caribbean. I spent part of my life in France. And in Europe, man, I used to eat duck eggs all the time. Same thing when I was on the island. We used to have duck eggs for breakfast, lunch. You know, in fact, we ate more duck eggs than even chicken eggs, right?
Wow.
So
That
you
is
know,
so rare
you
here.
guys know we have both. We have eggs. We have even, you know, turkeys here. But today we've taken a few of these home.
Yes.
We have some local eggs here, but these three, 1, 2, 3, those are mine. They're coming home with me. I'm not taking it to the hatchery. They're gonna be hatching in my stomach. I cannot wait to get home to have these for breakfast tomorrow.
Hey.
To know that these are, again, free range. There's no drugs. There's nothing crazy.
Organic eggs.
And I'm looking forward to that. And again, we wanted to actually share this with you, right?
I know.
We're not doing this commercially yet. But again, you know, everything we do here at Value Farm, we like to test.
Then
Once
we
the
go
test
big.
is complete, and then we scale accordingly. So the first thing is to test for the quality, right? And that's going to be me eating some when I get
But caught us right, by the way. We've had so many eggs before, but these are just some of them that we are, you know, taking home and to at least also enjoy, because these are the fruits we have to also enjoy sometimes.
Something.
I know someone was telling us one time that if you have a farm, you shouldn't slaughter your own things. You should buy from elsewhere, then you can be able to enjoy. But sometimes you have to reward yourself.
Take a few eggs. And if you have a stubborn chicken breaking eggs, you can roast those ones.
Exactly, those ones that eat the
Yeah,
eggs a lot.
yeah,
So you can
so-
easily take them.
This is something we wanted to share with you guys, and I can't wait for you guys to actually be able to sample this when we do decide to scale up, because you know the poultry portion is coming.
It's coming. Yeah,
And
true.
we're just getting to some of the other stuff that we felt were more pressing right now, in order to actually get to the point we want to be.
That is
shortly.
so true. That is so true.
All right,
But we
so-
have chickens, guys. We have a lot of them. The poultry, you've seen. You guys, you've seen the ducks. You've seen the chickens, the Peking ducks, all that. There's a
Yeah,
lot.
we
So you
have
guys
some.
are going to hump.
We have some variety, but not just for eggs, but for meat.
For
so when
meat,
you're
yeah.
here, if you ever wanted to try duck for the first time, wait till you get here, because it's gonna
Exactly.
actually be a good experience.
Yeah, true.
Because I'm actually trying to recruit the best chef
Hey,
in Uganda
hey.
to be here at your beck and call.
True.
Okay, to make sure that you guys have the best in everything,
Yeah.
particularly when it comes to your cuisine experience.
Wow. Guys, let's go to a different section. This was just a by the way because we were so excited. We were still showing you guys the structures, but this came as a token of appreciation
We
to you
got
guys
some
as
milk
well.
today, you know, and we got eggs, so it's a wonderful day.
I know.
But we're standing in the actual first official cottage
Hey.
for you guys. This is gonna be it's gonna have what, 3 rooms, right?
Yeah, 3
It
rooms.
should be able to accommodate at least like a family of 4, right? Fully self-contained. And we actually have a nice twist that we'll be sharing with you guys
Later.
as
And we go on.
the development takes shape fully. But the foundation is here. The guys are hard at work. We have a crew of, I think, of like 8 or 9 people.
9 people.
Working very, very hard to be able to bring this to you guys. So when you do come to visit Value Farm, apart from the chefs that we're recruiting, the staff that we're trying to put together, that's why we urge you guys to be patient, to wait a little bit, because we rather take our time, do everything right. As they always say, you never get a second chance to make a good first impression. And we would love to make the best impression on you guys as you start trickling in here, because when you make it here, we want you to leave feeling fulfilled, knowing that you came to a special place. That's what we're trying to create.
Wow.
What do you think?
I'm really excited, guys. I'm super excited when I came here and the guys had already started pouring the foundation. The foundation was already dug. I was like, oh my God, this is actually happening.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe, you know, we've been talking to you guys, our cottages are coming, yeah? But you've never seen like the actual progress of what is really happening on the ground.
The first 2
But-
are on the way.
Yeah, but at least the first 2 are underway and we're really super excited, guys, because this is going to be amazing. I'm so excited to show you the progress, how it's going to look like, and of course the outdoor showers.
Yeah.
I know he suggested it, you guys supported him so much about the outdoor showers, guys. your wish is our command. So we shall definitely do what you guys really want to find at Value Farm. And I'm super excited with the progress so far. The guys are doing amazing. They're really so particular with everything. Yeah. And the good thing is they come to us and ask, of course, what they should really do.
Input, any minor changes before it's too late.
Before it's too late.
You know, and so the option to customize as we build is always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Because it also pays to work with a group that actually have a real architect and a real engineer that's working hand in hand with each other instead of just randomly just throwing stuff up. Right?
True. Yeah. So guys, this is what it is. So wait for more update, more progress, so that you can see these beautiful cottages here at Value Farm.
Coming.
They are coming. We are prepared. We are ready for you guys very, very soon. So whoever has been asking, guys, when should I come to Value Farm? I would like to come on ground. Guys, be patient. We are preparing the best for you guys so that when you come here, you're going to really have so much fun. So that is it for these updates, guys. Yeah. I hope you guys have learned something. I hope you guys have been inspired. I hope you guys have been motivated. You know, with what we have shown here, it's just we are showing you the progress because we want to inspire so many people out there that everything is possible, guys. You may have something small wherever you are, but you can always make it bigger with time. So guys, we have our social media platforms that you can also share with your friends and family, or you can also be part of them. We have our Instagram, that is Value Farm UG. Then also on Facebook, we have Value Farm UG. Then we also have membership. If in case you want to support us, just join so that you become a member. Then we also have our PayPal. I know you guys want to support, you want to contribute, you want to sow a seed at Value Farm. PayPal is there for you. But really appreciate you guys for your love and support. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And also, yeah, share. Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.